Well, hello Soulbridge family, nice to see you back again. This is Soulbridge Holistics, Julie speaking, and today we're going to learn how to do a tarot reading. Everybody has different methodology, but I'm going to kind of go down my notes a bit and tell you how I do it. So to use tarot for the first time, start by getting familiar with your deck or decks, smudge it, cleanse it, then practice connecting to images using your intuition, so you kind of like look through the deck and visualize what does this mean to you, and also utilize the included guidebooks if they come with any. The practice to understanding is symbolism, and each person's symbols are different. So for example, I might say that a rose reminds me of a funeral, and you might say a rose reminds you of happy events like a wedding. So we might use that symbol differently. And also the colors, right? What does yellow mean? What does red mean? And so on. So I have my own way of interpreting. Some people use the book, some people memorize information, and some people, like me, are more intuitive readers. So for the tarot deck, there are 22 major arcana cards and 56 minor arcana cards. So if you're looking at major cards, they signify life events, spiritual lessons, and major themes with faded or larger scale energies and deep transformative experiences. Whereas with minor arcana cards, you're looking at detailed day-to-day situations, emotions, some minor challenges, and they have wands, cups, swords, and pentacles, and the numbers next to them. Each card reflects temporary circumstances, actions, and influences. So if you're getting a minor arcana card, actually you'll see those symbols in major arcana too. But wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. So the wands represent fire, creativity, passion, career. Cups represent water or emotion. So heart-related things, relationships, intuition. Swords are about thoughts or air or communication. They can represent intellect, conflict, and also decision-making. And then pentacles are earth, but they also have to do with finances or money and material security. The numbers can be interpreted in terms of numerology also, if you know that. And so that's where your own ability to use the symbols comes into play. Everyone reads the cards differently. And as I said, a rose might be a different symbol for me than it is for you. Some people go by the meaning set by the deck's creators. Others read them intuitively with the impressions they get coming from the card or from the spread. And some people do a mix of both styles, so they might do an intuitive reading and also kind of back it up and look at what it says in the books. Lastly, there's some readers who incorporate astrology, the Kabbalah, and even astronomy into their practices. I've also seen coffee cup readers, tea leaf readers, and those who combine spiritual practices, and then you get some really long readings. Okay, so for my reading, I'm using 3 decks. It's not that I chose these decks because they're more important than your decks. You need to learn the symbolism for your decks. So it won't be a matter of purchasing mine, even if you can find mine, because you need to go out and find whatever resonates with you. So I have Spencer's Prism Edition Tarot, and I have the Golden Tarot deck, and I also have Doreen Virtue's Karma cards, or past life cards, same thing. And so the way I do the reading, I have this little paper that you can refer to. I don't know if you can take a screenshot of that or not, but I'm going to show it to you for a minute. Make sure you can see that. Okay. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm pulling a single card, and I kind of lined up my decks already, so I'm saying from deck 1 I'm going to get the current events. Also, you'll notice that I pulled a closing card, and so what I do is I have a bunch of gummy erasers, but you can like get your own little assorted pile of tiny knickknacks that you just used as placeholders for those cards that you're going to get to later. So I have the current events card for now, and then a closing card that I'm going to use for last. And then I have my second deck, which I'm using as my golden deck. So the Prism deck that I start with, and then I switch to the golden deck. What I need to know today and what energy surrounds me, you're going to see me demonstrate this. And what I do might actually vary a little from what I'm describing. So pick which one feels right for you. So from deck 1, I choose a past, present, and future cards. That's a 3-card pull. And then from deck 2, I have a situation, action, and outcome card. So now we're down to the karma card and then that closing card that I put the eraser on. I'm going to go back to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards total in this reading that I'm going to demonstrate for you. Okay? And I apologize in advance if when I do the reading, the cards are upside down, because I'm basically just gonna point the camera down and you're gonna get whatever you see there. So it's kind of important right now that I explain it to you a little bit before I actually do it, and that way you'll have some idea what it is that I'm demonstrating. And then let me show you a little bit about what these cards look like. So this is the Prism edition. This was gifted to me as a present. So these are really hard to see on camera, and I'll try my best to try and show it to you. But again, I'm only looking at the pictures and pulling symbols from them, so the words really aren't that much importance to me. And in fact, I'm probably going to take a felt pen and cover the words on the bottom because I find them distracting. So you won't see me referring so much to what they say. I'm looking at the symbolism of what the pictures mean. The other deck that I'm using is the Universal Tarot, and you'll see me open these, shuffle them. I usually shuffle them when I set them out, and then the other deck that I'm going to be using is Past Life Oracle cards. Doreen Virtue did a lot of work with angels. It's interesting that they're called Past Life, which is actually karma, but basically just pulls up what situation you're still dealing with and whatever is the theme for what's going on with you during this reading. So when I do the reading, and I'm going to be doing one per month, they're kind of universal readings. They're applicable to everybody, so you can share this with a friend. It's not astrology reading, so it's not based on what your astrology sign is. It's just going to be a theme for what's going on for this period of time that you're in. So please enjoy this reading. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, the one card pull for current events, and I'm going to pull this first one. And this card is that is a Magician. The relevance of the Magician card is that you're working with what you got, and you turn it into kind of like when Jesus took water and turned it into wine, right? So it also foretells, as a current events card, that things are in the works. Something good's coming along. Good things are happening. There is forward motion. Okay, so this next one, the 2-card pull for what do I need to know today? So we have a 7. And this is 7 of Cups. So 7 is kind of when you isolate yourself and off to the side, and you're kind of being alone with yourself and doing your inner preparation, your inner prep work. And it shows this man looking over at all the things that are going on, kind of a busy period, and that there's a lot going on here. So for you who is looking at this, there's kind of a busy time, but it's more of a busy personal time. So like cleaning your house, getting things ready, getting yourself set up for something that's going to be coming to you or going to be happening. And that's what I know today, is get your house in order, right? That's the what do I need to know today card. Okay, the next one. What energy surrounds me? What energy surrounds me? So this is a beautiful card because it's the King of Pentacles. He rules what is going on in the world, and law and order, and getting your cards in order, making sure the bills are paid, making sure you're on top of your game. Literally, this person is an organizer, and so he's overseeing everything, making sure everything will come out okay and everything is as it's supposed to be. So that's a really beautiful card for what energy surrounds me. Things are being seen to. I just need to get my house in order, and the rest of it is going to be taken care of itself. I have an entourage of help coming up. So if this reading is something that you can relate to, that's great, because that's why I'm putting this up here, and also so that you can do this for yourselves. Okay, also using my golden deck, Golden Universal Tarot deck, the next 3-card pull is going to be past, present, future, and is focusing on open-ended questions. So I'm not going to really ask a question. I'm just going to say there are 2 names here, B and J, and those things have relevance to you. I guess she's more of an empress. She's overseeing what is fair in the world, the things that are happening, that are going on around you. As far as a 3-card pull for the past, there have been things that have been going on behind the scenes that she helps with. And there is a sort of spiritual evolution that's going on, that's going by the book. And so that Empress energy oversees that. As far as the present is going, with this one here, the present is this Hermit. And that person is like using his lamp to flush out details. He goes along going, what's in around this corner? What's inside of this? What happens if I go that way? So he's literally, you're presently trying to flesh things out. Which path do I want to take? What will my next move be? Where do I see myself going next? So there's literally a building, a kind of creation going on here. You're not necessarily having to oversee everything. You got a lot of help. All right, and the future of this will be, so we have sort of an emperor going on now here, and he says all will be well. There's blessings. So this is like a pope. It's a person who blesses you and gives you permission to go forward. And so whatever you're choosing, you got the green light on that, and it's going to come out okay. Okay, for this other 3-card pull, we have a situation in particular. And that situation is a man who's praying. It's like he goes, I'm kind of tired. I've been doing all these different directions and they're not working for me anymore. Please let this next direction turn out. And so that is the situation you're in. You're kind of flustered. You're like, I'm kind of tired of this right now. I'd really like to have some sort of breakthrough, some sort of new path to follow, some sort of new direction I can go towards. That's your situation. The action that's being put into that, we're not going to get it from this one. The action, I'm going to find an action card in here now. Okay. Oh, look at, we have an angel. So you can see how this person is praying. He's got his hands in this prayer pose and he's asking for help. The angel is saying, I see you and I'm helping you. So behind the scenes, spirit guides and angels are conjuring something up for you. They're literally helping you. So this pouring water from one chalice to another is them giving their energy over to you. And you can see there's a pathway that heads over the mountains where you can't see where it is. It does show some kind of a journey or a change, and it does show that it leads you to green horizons. Literally, it's a green horizon. Okay, and then the outcome of this is that the person ends up with some choices, right? Do I want to go this way or that way? Would I like to stop now or continue? So it actually gives you new choices and new fresh options. The other thing that I didn't pull here is cards that go as far as the past life events. So one thing I want to add here is a card for this one right here, any kind of karma that's coming up in the way. So I'm just going to reach in and grab a card here for karma. And the karma card has to do with finances. So that seems to be where this whole reading is right now. It's about getting the finances in order and figuring out how to proceed with what looks like a career move or a job change or reconfiguring what you've been doing. So this is kind of a very cool reading so far. All right, Groovy Grape is holding down the last card. And this right here, my closing card, is the World. That's a lovely, lovely card. Okay, so it is the World, and it's also all things that start over, right? Because it's actually the infinity symbol, and it's showing that things have created a new beginning. It's time to start anew. So there's some new choices that are coming up, a fresh new start, a new direction, new opportunities coming up. Very exciting. So this is an example of a reading for you. I hope this resonated with you. If you like my work, please like, share, subscribe. There is a Buy Me a Coffee link at the bottom of the description, and I will see you again for the next video. Enjoy!